Hey there, what's going on, Cari? Hi, I'm here. Welcome to today's episode. I am super pumped to dive in to my 3 favorite content hacks to help you attract more people in less time. Now, if we're meeting for the first time, my name's Cari Hyam. I am one of the Beach Boss influencers. We like to call ourselves the Beaches. And what we do at Beach Boss Influencers is we help network marketers like you make more money in less time using social media and automation. When it comes to social media, one of the biggest things that holds a lot of network marketers back is content creation. Now, when it comes to creating content and having content that is appealing, attractive, sets you up as an authority, is value based, it can be very overwhelming. And so, what I want to do is not necessarily dive into the little minor things of content, but instead, I want to give you a bird's eye view to my process that I use when it comes to shooting content, as well as the other beaches, what we've used to grow the Beach Boss Influencers business, to grow the Beach Boss Influencers brand. It's what we teach our students to do as they're growing their network marketing businesses. It's how we grew, teams of thousands using content and using social media. And so when it comes to content creation, the thing that you want to keep in mind first is that content creation is done in the pockets of your time. So, when it comes to creating your content, there's 3 main things that I want to cover. The very first hack, the first tip that I have for you on this training is first batching your content ahead of time. So, I don't know about you, I'm a busy mom. Like today alone, we had dance, we have basketball, we have dentist appointments. It's crazy. Plus, trying to run a business. When you are in network marketing, you're in conversations. So you have it, your plate is always full. And it's not always possible or, I guess, logical or effective for us to have going live on our calendar, or today I'm going to write a post this day. It isn't always effective. So how do we get more done in less time? Batching. That is the one of the biggest tips that I can give you right now. So when it comes to batching your content, what that means is I like to, as an example, when I'm doing video or when I'm creating posts, when I'm in that space, right? Like I have my hair done, I've got my makeup on. I want to make sure that I get as much pumped out as possible. Sometimes I only have like an hour or 2 hour window that I'm able to create content. And so if it comes to like videos, I want to get all those things done right now so that I don't have to worry about doing it later. Right? I don't want to have to worry about shooting a live on Monday and then doing another video on Wednesday and then doing another video on Tuesday. Plus, I have my reels. Plus, no, I like to get it all done at once. And so, what I'll do is I'll actually batch my content weeks ahead of time. And the great thing is when you use platforms like StreamYard to schedule your posts ahead of time, if you're like using Facebook, Facebook has a really great scheduler. There's other like third-party scheduling apps that you can use. When you use these apps, people don't know that it's been shot ahead of time. The key to doing this and to batching ahead of time is to make sure that you don't say any specific dates, you don't say any specific times, you keep it all generic so that one, you can use it later and not have to worry about saying, oh, like happy 4th of July and it's Christmas time, right? And you can reuse content later. And that's going to be a tip that I give you here in a little bit. So batching ahead of time. Videos, if you're dolled up and you're shooting a video, shoot 2 or 3 more while you're at it so that you have more content that can go out later. If you're in like a copywriting mood and you're like busting out posts left and right, this is what I loved to do because I like to post at least like one time a day on all the different social media platforms. And so when I'm in writing mode, I stay in writing mode. And a lot of my posts that I've written, they've been written forever ago and people don't know. So that's tip number 1, batch ahead of time. I'll tell you right now, when you're a busy person and you don't have a ton of time every single day, it's the one way that you're going to be able to stay consistent. The second tip that I want to give you, so after we've batched our content ahead of time, repurposing content is something that is going to save you, again, so much time. So, an example would be like a training like this that I'm doing. It's going to be a little longer, right? It might be 10 to 15 minutes long, depending on how long I ramble for the next little bit in providing value. It just depends on when I'm done. But however long that video is, what you can do is you can take that video and you can go and you can put it in like temi.com. That's TEMI .com or rev.com, rev.com. And when you do this, what it will do is it will take your video and it will create a transcript. You can then take that transcript and you can take bits and pieces. You can use them as posts, right? Maybe you have a long story post that you're going to do one day. You can take the transcript that you got off Temi, and you can then use that as a post. You can then take maybe you had like quotes, something that you said in, maybe I have something that I say here in this video. We'll take a little snippet of what I said and we'll put it, with a selfie of mine as if it's going to be used, right? Or it's something that you can use. And so when you're repurposing that content, literally you can take a video and you can have that one piece of content distributed throughout multiple platforms, multiple avenues on how you're creating that content. You can use it for stories. You can take little pieces and use them as short reels. You can use them as TikToks. You can use them as YouTube shorts. However you want to repurpose it, you can. And if you're not a techie person, you have two choices. If you're not a techie person and you don't know how to take little, how to edit videos, maybe it's going to take you hours and hours to edit a video. One of the best things that I ever did, this is another tip that I'm going to give you, is to hire a VA. Hire someone that is really good at the stuff that you're not good at, so that you can take that techie stuff and hand it to them and say, hey, I need this, I need this put into rev.com. And then after we put it into rev.com, we need to come up with, we need to make a couple different reels and a couple different TikToks and a couple different things out of this. And when you hire the right person, they'll know exactly what to do. And so that's tip number 2. So first we batch, then we repurpose. And one of my personal favorite content hacks that I have used, that Beach Boss has used, that our students are using, is to reuse content over and over again. I don't know, I'm curious. Have you ever sat there and just had brain fog, not knowing what to talk about? You feel like you've talked about everything that you could possibly talk about inside your business, and you're like, I don't know what to do, right? I don't know what to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to do a video. I don't know if I'm going to do a post. I don't know what I'm going to do. The great thing about content, it's actually been proven, and there was a study that was done, I believe it was by Harvard. Don't quote me on that. I believe it was Harvard, but they did a study on social media content specifically, and how much our brains retain because we have content that is thrown at us day in, day out, right? You see thousands of pieces of content in a day. It's been proven that after just a few weeks, people don't remember what you've posted. And I want you to think about who is the influencers that you follow? Who are the people that you're I see everything that comes through from this person every single day. Do you remember what that person posted 90 days ago? You might remember bits and pieces of things that people have posted, right? Maybe it's a certain story that they told or a certain picture that they use, but you don't remember all the content, right? No, very few people. There might be one in a million. Maybe if someone has a photographic memory, I don't know. But most people do not remember what you've posted 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, right? And so what I like to teach, and what we teach here at Beach Boss Influencers, is to come up with 90 days of content. We actually, I'm going to have a link that's posted here. We actually have a 90-day vault full of done for you content that we do for people. That's just a little trick of the trade, I guess, when you can have content that's done for you that you can then reuse every 90 days. Think about how much time and effort and energy that's going to save you. But back to reusing content, people don't remember what you posted. So if you can come up with 90 days worth of content, you can then start to reuse it every 90 days. So you go and take a look. What did you post 90 days ago, 120 days ago? I love to use like my memories in Facebook as it pops up, because that's reminded me of content that I've used. And I'll take it and I'll change it up a little bit. Maybe I'll change like the headline or the attention grabber, or maybe I'm posting it with a different picture. But people don't remember that it's the same thing that you posted because they have content that's thrown at them all the time. So don't think that you have to continue to come up with the same content over and over and over and over again, because you really don't. I've been teaching like probably the same 10 to 15 things over and over again, just saying it a little differently, adding different stories, using different pictures to make it seem like it's new, to refresh it, to give it that new burst, right? Based on what's going on social media right now, what's going on in my life right now. But nonetheless, it's the same content. So I hope you got value from today's episode. If you did, let me know by commenting wherever you're watching this video at. And if you want to get your hands on our 90-day vault so that you can have all of your content done for you, we're going to drop a link so that you can definitely get your hand on that. If you got value, let me know. That link is going to be, depending on where you're watching it, it's going to be above, below, to the side. Wherever it is, grab it. You won't be disappointed, and we'll see you on the next episode.